All right, so before we move on into other methods for solving systems of equations, I did want to review characteristics of linear systems here. So you could have consistent, meaning remember that they have at least one solution, and independent, meaning they have exactly one solution. So that would be something like intersecting lines at one exact point. Consistent and dependent, consistent meaning they have at least one solution, but dependent meaning there's infinitely many. So in order to be consistent, you either have an independent where you have one solution, or dependent where you have infinitely many. All right, and that's really when you just have the exact same line. Inconsistent means you never intersect, so that you're never finding that point of intersection, and that's only going to happen when you have parallel lines. So you'll have no solution there. All right. Besides graphing, we also use what we call substitution method to solve systems of equations. So you can solve one equation for one of the variables as your first step. You then substitute the resulting expression into the other equation to replace the variable and then solve the equation. And you substitute in finally to solve for the other variable. So it's a little confusing when you see that, but it is actually pretty intuitive when you do the step by step and follow it. All right, so if we're looking here, if I have 5x minus 3y equals 23, and I have 2x plus y equals 7. So I need to use one of these equations, it doesn't matter which one, and I'm going to solve for one variable in one of them. So when I look at the second equation, I see that I have a y by. So I'm going to solve that equation for y. Right? So first, if I take this becomes y equals 7 minus 2x. Right? So I now have what y is exactly. I'm going to take 7 minus 2x, and I'm going to plug it in. And this is really careful here. You have to plug it into the other equation that you have not used. Right? So I used equation 2 to solve for one of my. I then substitute it back in to equation 1. Right? So if I substitute that in, I have 5x minus 3 times y being 7 minus 2x, equals 23. And what I now have is an equation all in 3x. So distributing here and combining like terms, is 5x equals, not equals, 5x minus 21. Distribute your negative 2 to both, so that becomes plus 6x equals 23. I have a 5x and a 6x, so it's 11x minus 21 equals 23. Add my 21 over, and I come down to 11x equals 21 plus 23, which is 44. And I come down to equals 4. So that's my x. So the last step, step 3, substitute to solve for the other variable. So now I have what x equals. I can use either equation to find my y. I'm going to go back to this here. Oops, not what I want to do. Because I already have y. And I know x is 4. So that tells me y equals minus 8. So y equals negative 1. So my ordered pair here, my final answer, be careful with the ordering, x is 4, y is negative 1. And just like with graphing, you can always check your work here, but plug in the exact one. I plug in 4, let's see, so even equation number 2, that's 8, or 4, which is 8, plus a negative 1, so 8 minus 1 is 7. So I plug in 4 here, that's 5 times 4, 20, minus 3 times negative 1, that's plus 3 times, and I get 2. All right, so let's try another example here. X minus 7y equals 11, and 5x plus 4y equals negative 23. So when I look at this, I see right here, I'm just going to solve this equation for x. So this is x equals 7y plus 11. And I'm now going to take that 7y plus 11. That's the minus. So now I have 5 times x 7y plus 11 plus 4y gives me negative 20. So distributing, combining, I have 35y plus 55 plus 4y gives me negative 20. So that gives me 35y equals, if I subtract 55, that gives me a negative 78. Divide by 39. It does work out really nicely that y is negative. What I can now do here with negative 2 is plug it in there to find out. So that's 7 times negative 2 plus 11, which is negative 14 plus 11. So I come down to x equals negative 3. So my ordered pair here, my final answer, is negative 3, negative 2. What I would like you to do now, because I'm going to stop the video here for this one. I want you to attempt this next one, this negative 6x minus y equals 27 and 3x plus 8y equals 9, completely on your own. And we'll go through the answer real quick at the start of the next video.